Are you ready to find out what Key 2 is all about? Key 2 is alchemizing the feminine principles and creating unity in this embodiment. So let's unpack that just a little bit. So last time we activated our awareness of the first key and how this activation point allows creation, beauty, action. The first key is represented by 6 unbroken lines, the pure masculine. Today, we're going to take a look at the other side of the pole, the pure 6 broken lines, which make up the second key. When we look in terms of feminine and masculine, feminine represents thought, the wisdom, the receiving element that generates awareness within. And a lot of times, this feminine principle can get stuck thinking and might need a little help moving forward. So when we have Key 2 as a primary placement, this is not a biological statement. If you are a masculine man, don't worry if you have 2 in your chart. This does not mean anything in biological terms other than the fact that you're going to have the ability to think on a deeper level and to really hold awareness of the hows and the whys for the action, whereas the masculine principle 1 is the ability to act or not act. So the feminine principle is really kind of bringing awareness to the need to slow, to invite thought, to link the receiving aspect of the mind and the action part of our body, our doing, right? Our desire centers. If we think about our heart, it's directly aligned with our hands. What do our hands do? Our hands go out and they act out the things that are most important to the heart. So when we can capture awareness of what each one of these keys is about, we kind of harness that ability to be able to control our own narrative, so to speak. So the second key is all about activating on a personal and individual level. Why? What did your soul intend to do while it was here? It came to find unity. If your soul is carrying the second key, your soul is here to feel confused. I know, but it's here to literally know where it's going and not be able to reach it until it's time. And in that, so many opportunities for confusion come. So many different scenarios of creative thought can be born because you have taken the time to exist in that confusion. You played the game of confusion instead of laying down and letting it control you. So when we awaken from this lower state of thought, the spiral that says, oh gosh, man, if I do it this way, this might happen, and this way, and then this might happen. Again, we hit that point of lockdown. Nothing can happen. We have shut ourselves down. We are failure to launch. So what needs to take place? We need to link up with someone who can partner with this program we're trying to operate on. And the Gene Keys refers to this as a programming partner. And for this specific 2 key, the programming partner is 1, the divine masculine. So these 2 are going to reflect the need to act, the need to think over and over. And if you don't have 1 and 2 in your chart, that's perfectly fine, because I guarantee you, you will come into contact with someone else in your life that is going to activate the opposite of this center. But in order for the feminine to find unity, we must also have an activation point, a working with of the masculine, because the thought is great, but we're meant to bring it into creation here in this embodiment. Or at least understand the whys and step out of the confusion and say, everything is exactly as it was meant to be. All things are designed to help me grow. All things work together for the good. If we are willing to find the good, to recognize. So the universe allows us opportunity in our blueprint, our design, to work with others. So the channel that activates through this feminine key is going to be 14. Now, 14, we're going to get in down the road. This is at its highest state, bounteousness, uncontrollable gifting supplied by the universe. Why? Because you have aligned, you have stopped leaking all of your energy, all of your thought on things that don't matter. And now you have opened that door for all the blessings of life to flow in. So this is the channel that opens according to the blueprint that is the human design. So we work with someone who would have this principle. And again, these opportunities are just going to happen. You don't have to go study these charts. What's going to be interesting is when you start looking at these charts of your friends and family, you're going to say, wait a second, you have 14. That's why you're over here like blowing it up all the time. And you literally are making all this money and you're living the best life. But like, I want that. And I can't seem to get out of my thought patterns. And all I can see in these thought patterns is all the ways that I've not fulfilled my path before. And so this begins to take us down, and we begin to see the need for that 14 relationship. We see the need for that inspiration. So again, these are aspects that are going to work together to really start to bring to light what it is that your soul came in to accomplish. So the second key is going to have the repressive nature, where it's going to shut all the thoughts down. It's just going to get stuck in a mindless loop that is unable to act, okay, but very caught in fear, because it sees the things that will happen if we don't act. This is a lot of times why the feminine and all of our thinking and all of our worrying gets a bad rap, because that intuitive aspect of us, that this physiological, biological system as females, we do have more of because of hormonal influences. Having this awareness, understanding that the repressive side of this feminine nature, this second key, is going to really allow us the opportunity to see the need for unity, to find an expression of gratitude in all things. Because the reactive aspect of the lower nature of the second key is going to be much more reactive to the fear. It's going to be that friend that is constantly standing there to tell you that you shouldn't do this, or you should watch out for that, or don't you know I've been telling you X, Y, and Z is about to happen. And so that friend, we all know how that gets, right? Womp womp. I mean, I'm here with 26 things on my chart I'm trying to do. I know you got lots of stuff, Linda, but listen, that's on your chart. Keep it to yourself, okay? Except for sometimes if I'm getting that reflection, it probably means there's something I needed in that, right? There's no mistakes. It's just reflections. It's just a matter of whether or not we're at a place to be able to see it as a reflection, or if we take it as an opportunity past, we'll get you next time. So, fundamental principles of this genetic coding within us, from a human design standpoint, is going to activate our higher principles of thought, our awareness that all things are conspiring for good, not something fearful. In order to see it is the blessing, because we can change, and the change occurs individually. Change does not occur by being Linda and going out and telling everybody all the fearful things that's going to happen. If they want to know, they know you're well versed in it, they'll come find you. The highest aspect of this key is the ability to know that all of these things are on your team. And it just takes compassion to hold space for the people who don't quite know that yet. So the second key, really, even though it stands alone, is a supporting role for the first. It is also a backbone of the first key. It also works with the 14th as an inspiration point. This is what works together. This is going to activate, and also vice versa too, is going to activate that 14 point. And we also have family groups that we'll get into a little bit further down the road in the gene keys, where entire groups of numbers come in kind of like a family. And physiologically, this is designed to awaken entire aspects, like whole programs coming online at certain points that are predestined before you get here. And the astrological side of things really kind of brings that in more. And that is a much more in-depth principle that we'll save for the teachings. So when we host the classes and things like that, we'll really dive more deeply into the marker points when these places happen, because the blueprint is ours. It's yours. And when you fully have all the tools to know how to read it, to interpret it, to work with each individual that comes into your life on a regular, consistent basis, to begin to say, this is family. This irritant, this dis-ease, this illness in my body is here for a reason. And we embrace the relationship. We embrace the cause of illness. We embrace whatever it is as a part of the journey. That is when transfiguration begins to occur on a cellular level within us. And this is what we're doing. And I am honored. I am grateful. And I'll see you for key 3, chaos. Ooh. What comes after chaos, right? Let's find out. Namaste.